Sure. How did that come about, Steve?
Just like on the internet, really. Just sort of got to know him, and yeah, it's, nothing more than that, really. I could see that he was very sort of knowledgeable. His research was what we do in the West, he was doing in the East.
Right.
You know, and also with Darren, he's not egotistical. Like so many people, you get these, you know, so he can work well. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's,
That's quite a step though, isn't it? I mean, you're moving away from your fantastic publication into deciding to make a documentary. When did you decide to do that? What was the inspiration behind that?
I've always sort of thought it'd be good to have a documentary in the style that we've done the books.
Yeah.
And me and Stripey were talking about it last year on his podcast, and I think he asked the question, what's your favourite documentary? And he was asking people, and he sort of come up with the idea to sort of put something together.
Yeah.
And it sort of grew from there, really. It sort of just grew.
It just rolled on from
It
there.
wasn't intentional, like it just happened, you know.
Yeah, and now here we are. It's fantastic. I'm going to ask Stripey, have you got a microphone there, Stripey? Terrific. It's going to go and get one. Because I'm going to ask the audience if they've got any questions for Steve. And what we'll do is Stripey's going to go around the audience, and I'll try and choose somebody. And Stripey will come up with the mic, and if you ask Steve the question, I'm sure he'll be kind enough to answer.
Okay, 2 secs.
Gentleman there.
This is going to be fun, I think I'm going to be running everywhere.
Gentleman there with his hand up there.
Hello, Steve. Sorry about my deep voice. What I was going to say, congratulations on what we've just seen.
Thank you.
Now, can we see you going to the Warner Archives and finding that Henry Wong footage, please, Steve? Which I'm sure a lot of us would want you to find. And I did have a word with Bay. You told me to have a word with Bay Logan. And he did say to me, maybe it does exist. What do you think?
Oh, it definitely exists, but you know, whereabouts is a big question, isn't it, really? They wouldn't throw it away, that's for sure.
Okay,
So,
so you're good.
I mean, if you look at the Warner Archives, I mean,
Yes.
there was an article the other day, wasn't there, about, what was it we was looking at? It was an assault mine thing, wasn't it? The archive somewhere, at Warner Archives. They discovered something of Elvis Presley, wasn't it? Do you remember?
And
So they just discovered new Elvis Presley footage.
Okay,
I mean, and that's, can't get bigger than that, can
the
you?
other thing I was going to say is, I like the Bollywood connection there. I mean, I've met that gentleman.
Really?
Yeah, I've met the guy called the Carlton brand is Yash Johor.
Oh, okay.
Because his son's a very famous Bollywood
That's right,
director,
yeah.
isn't
Yeah.
he? He actually put it on his Twitter.
Right.
So yeah, I met that dude. So yeah, the Bollywood connection's there. But yeah, well, very well done.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anybody else? Gentleman there at the front.
Got a couple of questions actually, Steve. Funny hearing your voice come through as big speakers. The first one is regarding the Big Boss. You mentioned in the movie that about Bruce Lee's war cries, starting in Fist of Fury, and then obviously we're familiar with them from Way of the Dragon and Enter the Dragon. Can you tell us why Bruce didn't overdub his war cries in the Big Boss?
Because he was in the States doing Law Street.
Right, so he didn't have the opportunity to
You think,
do it.
yeah.
Right. And the second question was, it relates to one of Bruce's childhood movies, a film called Love Part 1. There's a really enticing picture of Bruce standing on board ship with a spear in his hand. Bruce would have been about 15, I guess, at the time, because it was shot in 1955 or so. So he would have been studying Wing Chun from about 53, so at that particular time he'd have been doing martial arts. Do you know, have you come across it in your delving into archives work, do you know if he actually featured any martial arts in that film? Because it would have been the first time that he was seen demonstrating
I don't
martial
think
arts
he
in
did,
film.
to my knowledge.
He didn't?
Not to my knowledge.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Anybody else got a question?
Yeah, I got a question. Fantastic. It was worth every mile that I traveled to come see it, Steve. Fantastic. Who wrote the narration?
Who wrote the narration?
Yes.
Yeah, I wrote the narration.
Fantastic. Really,
It
really.
was based on information that we've done in the books with Darren Chur as well, so I'm not going to take full credit for that. It's research we did.
take all the credit you deserve because it had a great flow to it. And, you know, it really, fantastic.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Firstly, amazing, it was brilliant. And for me, I just want to know how much was cut out, how much did you leave out of the documentary to keep it flowing, and what decisions did you make to go even deeper? Because we've just seen the movie start and we could have went really deep. So I'm really
Yeah, this was the biggest problem I came across really, because I was only used to doing the books. With books you can delve deep, you know, and with this, you know, you still be sitting here Monday, you know, watching it. So I found myself on many occasions going down rabbit holes that was, you know, I'm going too much into this. So I just sort of eased off, you know. So not so much cut out. I mean, there were sections like he does like the Warrior photo shoot and he's on the ocean terminal. And I thought, well, is there any point in really putting it in just for the sake of it? You want to keep the flow of the film going, you know. So it was more about Bruce Lee's achievement, you know, from the way he was trying to succeed. So some elements weren't really any point putting them in there. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
But it's all about the flow, really. That's what I found. So with a book, you can go as deep as you like. But with the first one, well, we've done the Pale Poropack one, but that was quite straightforward. With that one, it was quite. It was the first time I've done anything of that depth. So you know, I found myself going off on tangents, and I thought, oh, I've got to rein myself in here a little bit. You know? So it's more, not so much cut stuff out, but just have to keep holding myself back with bits and pieces. Does that make sense?
slick and professional, really spot on. Spot on.
Any other questions?
Michael Barrymore.
The one and only.
Keeping your fit, Stripey.
So firstly, Steve, congratulations. I think everybody will agree that film was absolutely fantastic. I work in film and television myself, and I was just so impressed with the content and the quality of that film. The research that's gone into it was obviously meticulous. I came here as an avid Bruce Lee fan, and I wanted to see something I hadn't seen before, and you just blew me away because there was so much content that I wasn't aware of, and I just thought the research and the depth you put into that film was brilliant. So I have a couple of questions for you. The first one is, you obviously made a conscious decision to finish on a positive note on Bruce Lee's achievements. As everybody knows, there are various conspiracy theories about his death. Was there any reason why you decided not to go into that part of his story at the end?
I'll leave that to people who want to make a quick buck.
Fair enough. Okay, good. And the other question I have for you is, as an author, did you find it difficult to transition from writing into producing a documentary, or did you find it a natural, seamless progression?
I think as long as you've got the passion for something, you can carry that across to anything really. You know, so it's the same mindset. You know, if you're writing a book, you're trying to get the reader or the viewer or whatever it is you're doing to understand what you're putting together. So it's the same principle really in that, looking at it that way. As I said, though, you just got to be careful with doing a film, unless it's a 10-part series. To do a film like that, you've got to curb it a little bit to keep it flowing. That's
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you came across as such a seasoned professional. I just think the job was outstanding. So again, thank you very much. Brilliant job.
Any further questions? Anybody else?
Hello, Steve. Can you hear me?
Yeah, gotcha.
I forgot what I was going to ask you. Right, I've got a couple of small ones. Basically, we went to the original convention 40 odd years ago in Kilburn. My memory of that version of the Big Boss, how is your memory regarding the new Arrow release, yeah? Compared to the manual version we saw back then? Do you remember any differences in that to the one that they've released?
I think it's the same.